What do you say?
High clean.
High clean.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, clean.
Yeah, clean.
Yeah, clean. Like with a.
Are we just doing that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, clean.
No.
You'd go.
Count, count.
Both of
So
us.
just say manjit leave.
No, yeah, clean.
No, not yeah, manjit leave.
Manja clean.
Manjit.
Manje
Manje
clean.
clean.
Yeah, manjit leave.
Together or?
Together.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
3.
Manje clean.
Welcome to Outspoken Owls in Parliament. Today we are trying our level best to decode the language of Gen Z.
Okay, boomer.
That is not boomer for you, my darling. It is a cusp between boomer and Gen X.
Okay. So Gen Zs are roughly between 1990 and 2010.
I have no idea.
Yeah. And they actually have a distinctive characteristic and preferences. They have a different lingo language. I mean, we can say lingo. But even from a working generation, this Gen Z kind of surprises me every time I get to the office. So I always question, are they difficult? Are they differently driven or are they just difficult?
I think they're just also dealing with the kind of the same things that all of us have dealt with as the present generation or the current generation, yeah?
I mean, we can debate about whether it's an understanding or we have to accommodate them. Because, of course, you know, I come from Gen X. I'm from the Gen X generation. And I think that in the 70s, like, we are a great generation. And then my friend Matthew says to me, hey, girl, every generation thinks they're a great generation.
And that's so true, isn't it now? I mean, I'm sure the generations before us, my parents, that generation thought they were the best. And they will tell you every day, we were, you know, when we were young. I mean, that's where it all comes from. So we all think that. And I guess we all have our merits. So I do have to admit, when it comes to Gen Z, I am a little bit lost when it comes to their language. So I think today's going to have to be a schooling session for us, I think.
Yeah, I think I get educated because, of course, I have mentees that are younger than me. They school me. I have Matthew, who's my friend, who schools me regularly about things. He calls me out sometimes. We do argue about certain things, and we're like, okay, well, we're going to agree to disagree about certain things. But I think from a work perspective, it is extremely important to understand the way they are in a working environment. Yeah. So whether they want to have a mental health day, whether they don't understand your vibe,
Yeah, things like that.
the
Mental
energy,
health
don't get your energy here. You know, this presentation is giving, and I'm like, giving what? And I had to learn all of that stuff. So I think from a work perspective, it is, you know, we come from a generation of 9 to 5. And of course, working overtime, it's not a big
like
thing.
if you didn't do overtime, you are not you're not good enough.
Yeah.
Right? You have to put in the overtime to be recognized as a hard worker.
And they were like, I can do this in 2 hours, you know, and you're
they
like,
probably
okay. So I think from a work perspective, I had to really make an effort to understand the working environment. But the one thing that you and I laugh about often is that I'm a TikToker. So of course I learned the lingo on TikTok. So when I tell you about certain things, you're like, what are you saying? But I mean, we come from a culture where we also had our own language back in the days.
Culturally, yeah.
Culturally, we also had languages. And as we go on, we started speaking English because, of course, from an apartheid culture that we come from, we want to learn proper English and good English and the Queen's English. And all of a sudden, you have words that are not English or don't sound English. So then there's the one word when you're like, somebody's like, stop gaslighting me. And I know that you understand this gaslighting word.
Because we spoke about this before. So gaslighting is a word that a lot of people think it's a new word. But gaslighting was something that I learned about when I studied psychology at university. And gaslighting was really making somebody believe and question what is their reality.
Their own perception of reality.
So I can remember there was a movie called, and I know you said there was a show, but I know there was a movie, and I think it was either in the late 30s, 1930s or early 1940s.
1938.
38, I think it was. And it was called Gaslight. And that movie was literally this husband who would, in the basement, who would have this light, this gas, the light go on and off, and the woman would, and he would make his wife think that
She's
she's seeing things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's where that word gaslight comes from.
Yeah.
So I do know that word.
Yeah. And
But
of
does
cour-
it have the same meaning now?
Well, of course, these days we loosely use it. And I think from a psychological perspective, we use it for, when we talk about abusive relationships, when we talk about political rhetoric, we do use the
Don't
word
gaslight me.
Just don't gaslight me. Oh, he's gaslighting. And I think, yeah. So, of course, we understand that word. We understand where it comes from. So Gen Zs can't really use it now, because from 1990 people just like started using it from a psychological perspective. But yes, so they can't really own that word. It's been around for a while. Psychologically, it's been the term that started in 1990. But then there are other words that I think you're familiar with, is ghosting, because you ghost people.
I don't ghost people. Okay, we need to fix this here, because okay, maybe it kind of fits in. I blue tick. There's this thing, blue tick and ghosting. Okay, so let me tell you what I do, and then you tell me
It's the
what
same
the words
thing.
are. Okay, so on social media, on WhatsApp, I've turned off my red thing, right?
Blue thing.
My blue thing. So
Yes.
tick.
Yeah.
So people cannot see that I've read the message. So if I didn't turn it off, they would see that I've read it. It would have blue ticked, and then I wouldn't reply, and they would say, "You've blue ticked me." Is that correct?
No, ghosting is, well, you've read it and you choose not to respond, right? But ghosting is where I would think somebody just goes AWOL,
No, but this is
having
what
a
I'm
conversation
saying.
and just goes AWOL on you and just not respond to you.
But is it just not responding, or is it when, let's say you're in a relationship and you think you're still with that person, and the next person is like, poof. Isn't that ghosting? You see, ghosting for me is like that.
It's like ending communication with no warning.
Okay.
And that's
I'm
what it
getting it.
is. So it's like, okay, so they end the communication with no warning. And then, of course, you then get blocked of Instagram.
Okay, I know block.
So you get
because I do
blocked of
that too.
Instagram, you get blocked on WhatsApp, and then you get blocked.
block is when you cut off.
You just block you, and then you're like, what happened? We were having a so I think a lot of times, I think in relationships people just
Ghost.
Yes.
So so ghosting and blue ticking are different things.
Yes, blue ticking, you also you've read the message,
but you didn't respond.
you're not interested in responding. Ghosting is, I don't want to respond anymore. I just want to cut you off. So the blue tick person, so you might, blue tick, but eventually you're going to still respond to the person, eventually.
Okay, I'm
Ghosting
learning.
is cutting off communication. So yeah, so don't ghost me.
Okay, I won't ghost you. I'll just blue tick you.
So there's a word called body count that
I know that one.
You know that one?
I know that one. Body count is when it's like in a war or something where there are so many casualties, or yeah,
Which year were you born again?
1968.
Because body
I'm a
count
boomer.
now.
What's wrong with you? That is what body count is.
Body count now formerly used to be talking about dead bodies. Now
Yeah.
it's about how many people you might have done the deed with. So it's like, guys, you hear guys says, you know what, that one had a body count of about 20.
I can see I haven't done the deed for a while.
Your body count's low. So yes,
No, I've got a zero body count then.
No, you don't. You've had children. You've had a couple
No,
of
I
body.
mean in the last so many.
Yeah. So I guess the body count is really about how many people you slept with, and
So does that apply to male, female?
it's
Your body
both.
count?
It's both.
Okay.
And this generation actually asks you, so what is your body count? Apparently in some dates you are on, they do say, so what is your body count?
And you have to reveal the body. You need to say.
Yes, well, you can. You have an option to say.
Look, now in our when we were younger, and I know I'm a little bit further along than you, but that was not something you would speak about openly, because that would be skande. You know what skande is in Afrikaans? It would just
Is it
be
scandalous?
Like scandalous. I mean,
Okay.
you could not reveal your body count.
I think we're old fashioned and it's still scandalous. But I think these days, each to his own. So we've learned that word.
Body
Now you
count.
know that word, body count. So, so in 2023, there was a word of the year that was adopted in the English dictionary called rizz. Are you aware of that word?
Rizz.
Yes.
R-I-Z.
Rizz.
No. Razzmatazz, rizz? What?
Rizz. So
What-
when
I don't know it.
when I was growing up, I just remembered the Rizz from rolling tobacco because it's like that.
Oh, that brown thing
Yes,
with the red on it.
yes,
Yeah.
Rizz. That's what I remember. Tobacco and some weed kind of thing. It's charisma.
Okay, so he's got so much rizz.
Exactly. So it's
Okay,
about
she has so much rizz.
it's about like
Did you see the
seduction. It's
rizz?
it's about your seduction skills. It's about your charismatic energy that you have.
Charisma.
Yeah. So she gets all the guys because she's got the
Got the
Rizz.
rizz. Okay. I need the rizz.
You do
You
have
need to teach me some rizz.
Okay, we'll have a masterclass on Rizz.
On rizz. Interesting.
Yeah, so that's interesting.
You see, I'm learning. I told you this is already the masterclass.
So I use
else?
this word, and I've learned it, and I've stolen it from this generation. It's secure the bag.
Okay, no, I know that one. Get the money, huh?
Get the money,
paid,
get the
get the money.
deals,
Yeah,
get the
okay, I know
deals,
that one.
secure the
I
bag.
understand that I do have children that use some of these words, but I don't know as many as you do. So there are certain ones that I will know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So secure the bag.
We'll get there.
So the secure the bag.
Secure the bag.
Also, bag is also an old lady. It's like that old bag.
No, but that I know. That I know. That's not that long. That's
Ago.
not that new.
So we've changed it
Yeah,
now from
she
the
an
old
old
lady
bag.
to
Yeah,
she's that
yeah.
old bag.
Okay, no,
Well,
I
now
do
we're
know that
securing the bag, which is so we've changed that.
No, you're not securing the old lady. Maybe that's what I mean. I'm securing the old
No,
lady.
it's about securing the deal.
Okay.
It's the money. So one of the favorite ones at the moment that everybody's using. Let's spill the tea.
Or dish the tea.
Yes, it's like all about a gossip.
It's telling. It's we're gonna gossip. We're going to share the
Yes.
tidbits.
Sometimes I can say,
Yeah.
let's pour the whole pot of tea, because that's how much information I might
Now
know.
you're skinnering.
But if it's on social media, it's not really skinnering, right? And I think it's
give me the inside information.
yeah. So
Okay.
yes, I mean it is a gossip, but I think these days because everything's on social media, it's not really not a gossip. It's like let's pour the whole pot of tea and
Pot
let's
of
talk
tea.
about that. So you were talking about having younger kids, and what are some of the words that they would use?
I don't know if they still use them, but I can remember a word that was used a lot was sick. And for me, I always thought
Like
when we were
vomit?
talking- Yeah, I was like, are they feeling sick? Are they? But it was like sick is actually like, oh wow, that is wow, right? Sick is when something is great.
Yeah.
Am I getting this
Yeah,
right?
that's so sick. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then now it's so sick.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, yes.
my
okay.
bad.
But I think we say that, my bad.
But
as
it wasn't
well.
something that we used to do before. I mean, that's why I'm saying it's not new because my
Yeah.
kids are older. So those were the words when they were younger, like my bad, whatever.
So also they talk about salty.
Salty.
I think sometimes she acts a bit salty.
Okay, now just from saying that, it sounds like she's a little bit suspect.
No, that's sus.
Oh, so
That's
okay.
sus. Suspicious, that is sus. But I think salty, it's about someone who is behaving or expressing themselves in a resentful, bitter, of course, salt, bitter,
Okay.
or irritated manner. I think that's when I'm also, I have some pet peeves. Maybe people tell me,
You salty. You're being salty.
Katie's being a bit salty.
Okay. Not sour. Didn't we used to
Oh,
call
yeah,
it
she's
sour?
a sour pea. Yes.
Let's
We
be
used to say,
it's like a cat.
yeah, we used to say sour
Don't
pea.
like do that.
She's such a sour pea. Okay, well, okay, they've kind of elevated some of the words. Now that we're thinking about our generation
It's
and the
quite,
Gen Z.
I mean, if I look at it now,
Yeah.
it's like there are similarities. It's just that they have added a little bit of
Rizz
vuma
in their
Vuma
word.
is a word that
Yeah.
we used to use. Vuma.
Yeah, vuma.
Vuma.
So, okay, so so of course, I think you use this for me though. Extra.
I do use that word. You are so extra.
I'm always extra.
Extra.
Extra for who?
Extra.
And then I will
Extra.
say extra
Extra
for
for who?
who?
Too extra for me.
Extra for you. So really,
But
of
that's
course,
when you're a bit much, when you're
yeah.
a bit over the top,
Dramatic.
dramatic. Okay.
Yeah,
That one
yeah.
I kind of feel.
So of course,
Before you go on, there's another one that I just thought about and that I didn't always understand, which my kids also used to use. Cap.
yeah.
What cap is?
Cap is now about a lie.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, cap
so,
is-
so that's cap.
Yeah, that's
You
cap. It's a lie. You know that she's capping.
Okay.
Yeah, because you now already know that, you know what. Yeah.
Oh, there are a few people that are capping at the moment in my life, eh?
Yeah, I think we need to
Remember
spill the
that-
tea
we
on
need
that
to spill
one.
the tea on that one.
Yeah, because that's giving very bad vibes.
I love it for us.
But that's for another
Okay.
topic of discussion. So I think, yeah.
We're just
so-
trying to use it in sentences.
Of
so that makes
course.
sense.
But there are other ways we could use the word cap. So like last night was my birthday. I went out to dinner, no cap.
No lies.
So, okay, so I'm not going to spill the tea on that one, but it was a low-key dinner.
Low key. Not too much going on. Just like either be you don't want to spill the beans and tell everybody, or it's just chilled.
Yeah.
Okay, I can work with that.
Which leads me to the next one, a situationship. I'm a situationship survivor, and I think I want to wear that T-shirt.
No, wait. I need to do this because I think there is a situationship is. I'm gonna give this one a go. Situationship is when you are. It's kind of an entanglement. No, not really.
No, it's
That
not
different.
an entanglement.
Okay.
So I think it started like when it was like the Tinder and the online dating, where people don't really know they're in a kind of relationship,
But it's not really a relationship.
Not really a relationship.
It's a situation.
It is a situationship. So really,
So you don't really know what you're in.
Yeah. So it was like kind of like it's a like it was validated as a legitimate status when it's an online dating, because you don't know whether you're in a relationship or you're not. Because I remember
You're in a situation.
You're in a situation. So basically, so actually it says refers to an ambiguous romantic relationship where all parties have mutual feelings for one another, but said feelings are not clearly defined. A midpoint between dating and not dating.
You haven't yet said I love you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't think we.
I don't understand.
But that was.
I don't want to be in a situation.
Okay, I'm a situationship survivor.
Okay, be one.
So, so you know, I was also thinking about this from a work perspective. So, of course, all these Gen Zs are like so fun, and you can laugh. Okay, so there's the pronouns that we don't want to talk about because we also don't understand whether we get it right or we don't get it right. But imagine these Gen Zs in court, and they say something like, "Your Honor, I think the plaintiff is delulu." Because they can
Is
do.
that delusional?
Yes, it comes from the word. But
You can use that for real?
yes.
No.
Yes, you can.
In court.
How can you tell a Gen Z lawyer that they can't use the word delulu?
Is delulu in the dictionary?
It isn't. But how do you tell a Gen Z person that they can't use the word delulu in court? So, okay, that's that.
I think
so,
we need to explore these things more and see
so-
what's real and not.
So I have another one, which is really, I really want to tell you this one because
Okay.
I thought it was. So imagine a doctor. You go in there, and again, I use Matthew because Matthew smokes his lungs out.
Poor
You
Matthew.
know,
his
yeah,
poor
Matthew
lungs.
smokes his lung out. And then, of course, now the doctor's like, your lung isn't giving. Right.
Your lung isn't giving oxygen? Your lung isn't giving what?
It's like you're going to
Air.
die. Yes, your lung isn't giving, which means like, you know, you're not breathing properly.
Okay, now I need to understand this one better. So anything that isn't giving, the word is, or the phrase is not giving. When something isn't giving,
Maybe
it's
not
going to
happening.
die.
No, maybe it's not happening.
Or it's not functioning
It's
properly.
not functioning properly. It's not giving. So it's like your lung is not giving. It's like, imagine a doctor saying your lung is not giving. Oh my God. It's in other words
It's
like,
a
sorry,
Gen
but
Z doctor.
Yeah, it's a Gen Z doctor.
But do they? I don't think they really speak like that in the professional.
No, but I'm just saying, like, you know, imagine you have a tumor in your head and they say things like, you know, you have something that's living rent free in your head.
No, that's funny.
Oh yeah, I've heard this, and there's a lovely song at the moment that Chris Brown it's called Bop, right?
Bob.
And
But
I've
Bob is a dance. My parents used to do. There was this Bob. My mom and dad were great at the bob.
Really?
I actually know the steps.
And then I remember, well, okay, but then I remember there was Bob TV as well at one time.
Yeah, but that was Bubu Tswana TV.
Yes.
Okay.
But somebody,
the bob is it's a dance.
well,
Are they talking about a dance?
well, somebody told me I'm a Bob.
You are a bob,
Yeah.
but you can't dance.
It has nothing to do with dance now. It's because they say I like the streets.
A teeny bobber.
No, I'm not a teeny bobber. They literally says I'm for the Casey's for the streets.
So being
because
a
I'm always
bob,
out.
being a bob is somebody that likes to be out.
Yes.
Doing their thing
Yeah.
on the streets.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I honestly thought it was a dance.
no, well, again, there we go.
So I want to understand this. When they say you are a bob, Katie is a bob. That means, as you said, Katie is for the streets, meaning
That I'm non-committal and I am not able to decide.
you're not relationship material, my friend.
I think I am relationship material. They are not relationship material.
But you are a bob. You're bopping around.
No, I'm not.
You bouncing.
No, I'm not.
It's like my parents' dance. That is quite a bouncy dance. You are
So-
a bouncy bobber.
No,
You're not ready to be in a relationship. That's what your friends are trying to tell you, my friend.
I am ready to be in a relationship. So, okay, please change that. I'm not a Bob.
You're not a bob.
So we keep updating our dictionary because we are looking a bit woke.
Woke. I've heard this one before. It's something my children used to use as well. Woke. We are woke. We are with it. We understanding the vibes. We know what's happening. We are in on it.
Okay, baby boomer. But woke was really a word that was used with regards to the consciousness around racism.
Okay, so that was way back. That's how it started.
And it has started. So it's
I'm
really,
so
it
off
started
here.
about consciousness. It's being aware about racism. And I think it has evolved from there. So, but woke still is about consciousness, about knowing a lot.
Awareness.
Awareness,
Kind of stuff.
it's about
So when I'm woke, I'm aware. I'm conscious. I am conscious about current issues. I'm
And
woke.
self-aware as well.
Okay.
So I think it's all of that. So
So I'm not awake. I'm just woke.
you're woke. I think the Gen Zs will be pretty chuffed that we know a lot of their words.
And just remember, chuffed is our word,
Yes.
but we'll keep it
We're keeping it.
because there are some things we have to hold on to, but we'll give them the rest. Good learning session, by the way.
That was a hoot. Thank you for joining Outspoken Owls. Danko.
Danko.